Why are you here?
I'm looking for you. Do you have any idea how dangerous it is to come down here? You might have been followed.
I'm perfectly capable of knowing when I'm being followed.
You're also supposed to be doing an interview with Tiffany. She's been looking for you.
Well, I didn't know.
And where in the hell's Olin? She's supposed to be guarding him.
She's been doing her job.
And I think that he is quite safe with me.
I have absolutely no intention of running away, you know.
Well, I believe it. You wouldn't last too long if you did.
Why are you here? Did you come here to take me back?
No. I have questions. Damon is pressuring Angel into handing over the union books. I want to know why Angel's refusing.
He's protecting me, I suppose. I deposited some mob money in union funds. I also took some of the ghost workers off the books.
Another thing. Who's the kingpin of the mob?
I don't know anyone above Angus.
You never heard?
Never. Good Lord, man, why should I lie to you at this point? I don't know who he is.
Sorry, Duke. Guess I'm getting a little bit uptight these days. You ever heard of a ship called Sister Island?
No, never.
Yeah. Well, Ramsey's obviously waiting for the leader to come in on it. The mob is gearing for its takeover.
Well, at least we accomplished what we set out to do with Duke's death.
Yes.
I never thought the organization was this big. They introduced me to Angus. He was a fellow Scot. I thought he was the big boss. I guess it was so I believed what he said. I was a fool to ever think they'd let me go.
Yes, you were. Briscoe's been fired from his job singing at the club. We don't have a pipeline anymore.
Why has he been fired?
Damon's taking over. Well, any suggestions?
Angel is the only man you can trust. I don't want him hurt, though. Tell him to hand the books over to Damon.
I'll tell him. I'll also tell him to start listening in to Damon's communications with the boat, but that's going to have to wait for some time later. You've been laid to rest about now.
The last thing I want to say about Duke is... if he was your friend, you'd know you had a friend who would stand up to you no matter what. He was a loving man, and I'm going to miss him. Oh, there's one more thing. A while back, the local dock workers union voted Duke president. Now, I've tried to find a replacement for Duke. And there was one man that he thought would fill the bill. And the local dock workers agreed. They decided that Tom Green, would be the active president until we could have a new election. Tom?
Thank you, Angel. And I appreciate the confidence that you men have shown in me. I will try to make Duke proud of me. He was the closest thing to a son that I ever had. A man who never failed a friend in need. And...
Phil, I mean, it's Frisco. Has Robert called yet?
Duke laboring by all pulling together.
No, he hasn't. The lines have been down here because of the service.
Strong clean union.
Would you tell him I'm trying to get a hold of him desperately?
I'm sorry he didn't live long enough.
Okay.
There's a land that is fairer.
Well, your services should be over about now. We'll leave if Olin never gets back.
No, I told you I have no intention of leaving here.
So you said.
You still don't trust me. What more do I have to do to make you believe what I say?
Why should I be bothered trusting you? I came here to protect my daughter and her mother, and as far as I'm concerned, that danger still exists until Ramsey and his mob, together with you, are safely behind bars. You want my sympathy, pal? Go work it. I'm off to find Olin.
I don't want your sympathy. You can keep your damn sympathy. How can he believe I want to run away from here? I mean, if I wanted to run, I'd have taken the car you gave me to get to the country cottage. I'd have driven off and disappeared, and you'd never have had to see me again.
Come on, he's just furious because he's worried about what's going to happen to Robin and me. Look, I've got some of your things here. Do you want them?
remember the day when you threw it back in my face. I don't expect you to ever want to wear it again.
I can't.
But I really would like you to take it. I'd like to have it. It would give me some hope that maybe someday we'll get out of all of this. Please.
No. I don't know what the future holds for either of us. And I really couldn't bear another disappointment from you.
Right. We're getting out of here. Arlen, keep an eye on him, will you?
Sure thing, dude. I'll keep him snug as a bug.
Anna,
Yes.
would you give these things to Angel? He'll take care of them for me.
How dangerous it is to visit this man?
I wanted to make sure that he wouldn't get away.
Oh, sure, that's why I walked in and you were kissing him. In spite of everything that's happened, you still love him.
Oh, Robert, please, for goodness.
Listen, don't deny it. I find this unbelievable. That man almost cost us our daughter.
I know what he did to Robin and me, but it isn't the man I fell in love with. When I knew him, he was kind and he was loving. He wanted nothing more than to protect us and love us. I know what he did, Robert, but it doesn't change.
You're a fool, Anna. You refuse to see this man for what he really is. Well, you're not to go down there again, not unless I tell you to. Yes.
Robert, I've been calling and calling. Where you been?
Trying to make sure that the operation isn't blown. What's happening?
I'm still at the club. The service has just ended. What do I do now?
Get to Angel. Tell him everything. We're going to have to trust him.
All right. He made an announcement here at the service. Damon almost took his head off.
Fill Angel in. Give him the receiver. We need to know all communiques between that boat.
All right. I better get to him before our friends put him out of commission. Tiffany?
Yes?
Listen, I want you to do something for me really fast,
What?
all right?
What do you want?
I want you to go over and I want you to interview Damon and his friends, do sort of a post-mortem on Duke. Just keep them busy for a few minutes.
Why?
Please
What's going
don't
on?
ask any questions. Just please do it for me, all right?
Okay, okay. Far be it for me to ask questions. Come on, guys, let's go over this. Give me that right now. Mr. Grenville, excuse me. Sir, please, I wondered if you could please tell our viewers how you feel about Duke Whaley's death.
Come on, I got a message from Duke. Come on.
And obviously this comes quite a blow to you.
I'm telling you Duke is alive. I don't have time to go into details, but Scorpio's with him and we need your help, Angel.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Okay, what do you want me to do?
The first thing you gotta do is get Damon off your back. I mean, you mentioned Tom Green is about ready to go for your throat.
Yeah, I know it.
Duke wants you to give him the Union books.
The books,
You
okay.
gotta make him believe that you're on his side. Now, it doesn't matter if Duke tampered with the books because he's dead, right? You have to act like you don't know anything about what's going on with Duke.
Fine, if Duke says so.
Now, the next thing, he's fired me, so I don't have access to the storage room here with the ship-to-shore radio.
You know about that.
I've got it bugged. You got to be my ear.
You got it.
I can't think of another reason why Angel would insist on Tom Green as the Union president unless he was trying to cover up for something that Duke has done.
But whatever the reason is, Tom Green is no problem.
That's right. He already had one accident at the dock. He can always have another.
Yeah, well, we'll worry about Angel and Tom Green later. We gotta get in touch with Sister Island right now.
This is the receiver. I got it bugged on the side of the transmitter in there.
All right.
Okay. Keep this in your ear.
All right.
There's a volume control right over here. You have to keep every detail that you hear. Call me at Anna Devane's house when you find anything.
You got it.
Be careful.
Okay.
I'll tell Annie you dropped by, Jake. She'll appreciate the concern.
Is she all right?
No, she's resting at the moment.
Yeah, it's just all so unbelievable. I was about to defend the guy. I'd like to know the details of what happened.
Yeah.
Hi,
I thought I heard your voice, Jake.
Hi, Emma. How are you?
I'm all right.
I've been so
I'm
worried
fine.
about you ever since I heard what happened.
I know, it was a bit of a shock, but we're just lucky no one else got hurt.
I heard you and Bobby were out of town.
Yeah, we had some personal business to take care of. You guys heard? Bobby and I are getting married tomorrow.
Wow.
That's terrific, Bob.
Congratulations, that's great. I didn't
She's
know.
terrific. You'll be real happy.
Thanks. You guys are going to come, I hope. Steve and Audrey are going to give us a wedding at their house.
Well, we'll be there if we can.
Yeah, we'll try and be there.
I'm just insensitive. You and Duke were supposed to get married.
Oh,
I'm sorry if I brought up
That's all right.
something.
No.